All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another phenomenal Call of Duty match. Tonight we have Bellevue University versus Robert Morris University. Week 1, match 1. With us today we have Enyo and, of course, Ace. Both esports kind of champs in their own right mind. We've seen them time and time again. But yeah, how are you guys doing today?
No, really. Excited to see.
I'm doing fantastic.
All right, so here we go. So Enyo, we're watching some hardpoint here, right? In this hardpoint, what do you think is going to be the most important things for Bellevue University here in terms of getting this done?
It's going to be the rotation. So, I mean, making sure that you're getting in on time, like early, and then getting out, leaving one person, maybe two people to rotate out. It's all about getting to the point and holding it, and then getting
Yep, 100%. And Ace, what can you tell us about this player? Sage, I think you might know a little bit of what this player is about.
Oh, from what I know he's the SMG specialist on the team. He's always about that run and gun play style. So I'm excited to see some of that later today.
Yep, so those individuals at home, this is going to be our first stream of the spring season. So we might run into some hiccup, excuse me. We might hear some audio glitches, things like that. If you guys notice anything, please let us know in the chat. We'd be more than happy to work on that to continue to improve our streams. But we also love having students involved like Enyo and Ace that allows us to, you know, get that kind of real world experience. So thank you so much to them for being here.
It was definitely a pretty tight game here so far. Both teams seem to be trading the lead pretty well. Back and forth every 10, 15 minutes or so. I think Bellevue is on top of it. That's a little bit of a mistake.
Oh my.
Help me!
No.
I think he needs some help getting back on the map.
Bro, I can't blame him. I do that all the time.
That is very unfortunate for Hogan. He's going to fall off that map. I just don't think they knew exactly where they were on that edge. Sage able to come in and clean up. Just like you were saying, though, quite close right now, just going back and forth. I do want to say the nerves are going to play a factor with some of these players. First week, first game. It's always just kind of a learning experience, getting used to it. I feel like we're going to see some improvement, some adaptation the further we get into this match. But right now, we do see a new point. Let's see which team is going to be able to take control of that first.
Looks like it's going to be still up in the air here. RMU, but not for long. Very good overtake by Bellevue. Now they got to get into positions, find a good corners to hold, keep that RMU from progressing on the point. Ooh, wow. That was a good turn right there.
Oh yeah, I can't tell you that the audio sounded phenomenal, guys. Just tuned in just a little bit. We are now live. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys are in that chat and you do hear some sort of, you know, maybe there is a voice too loud or the game's not loud enough, things like that, let us know. We want to hear that feedback. We want to continue to improve week after week. But right now, we are seeing Bellevue University struggling to take this back. We will see RMU take that lead back right now, 87-86. Guys, what needs to happen here? What kind of adaptation do you see out of Bellevue University in order for them to kind of take this lead back?
Honestly, what I've seen so far is good, except for these last about half a minute. They got into that point as quick as the previous point, about as quick as you can, and made sure to hold on to it for more than half a minute. And then when they did get taken out, there was kind of like the brownie points left to get. And then they rotated pretty quick, but they weren't able to hold. It looks like RMU is having really good success in coming in and overtaking the point after it's already been secured.
Okay, we're going to see Helmy come back to live. Let's go ahead and see what is going on with Scammerin here, a.k.a. Cam. Right now, 110 to 92. We need to see something happen from the side of Bellevue University. Gonna not end up cleaning that shot right there. I think right now they might be, I don't know if you guys see this, maybe a little bit too over-aggressive here. They need to go ahead and take this point and kind of set up, but they're having a hard time kind of finding an opening here.
See them kind of like filtering in as well. They're coming in 1 and 2. Not really seeing a collaboration there as a team to really get that point in.
Yeah, it's going to be significantly harder going in as 1s and 2s. If you don't go in all at once, each picking a spot to aim and shoot at, then it's going to be very, very difficult to retake a point. Moving in on the final seconds of this match here, RMU still gaining points.
Okay.
The kills, but it's not going to be enough for this point here. Very good turns there.
They have to set up right here. They're going to be able to pick up those kills. They're going to need to be able to set up on this point in order to really hold it. They're going to need every single point that they can get. Sage being really smart. He's coming up from behind. He sees multiple.
Has a killer flank.
He gets one.
Somehow able to get a kill. I do not know how he pulled that off.
Oh, help. He needs to come on.
Well done.
That's that teamwork we were talking about.
Oh, my.
Yeah, better showing here. Help me holding a good point. Ooh, good slide drilled there. Oh, that's a three wipe right there. Bellevue holding onto the point very well. The key is just staying alive, making sure you're grabbing those points. That was disgusting. I cannot believe you didn't get that kill.
I think they might opt to back up here. I don't think there's a lot left over.
Well done from Zage and help me. Looks like the rotate has to be on. They are more than a full point behind. So this is getting the nitty-gritty here. They can't let RMU get many more seconds on the next point. It's going to be a very, very early game. And it looks like they are going to take that point with a good 3K. Messiah waiting for his teammates to pull up.
Great shots there by Messiah, a.k.a. Caden.
They did have a good 2K to take over point, but just not enough time. Not enough moment to actually infiltrate the point there. And it's just turning into a lot of get one kill and then immediately die. I don't know exactly what needs to change here. I think part of it just might be map awareness, might be where specifically the best angles to hold and the best entry points for a retake, but whatever the case, they are struggling quite a bit.
I think Robert Morris just has this very good mentality of we need to travel in a group, we need to travel in a pack. You know, if you're not there, I'm there. Because just like you said, we're seeing a lot of these 2v1s. They're able to clean up and then react to this point. But Bellevue University right now potentially finding something here. We do see RMU holding on to that point. Bellevue needs to do something. No, those points are only ticking higher and higher. Did somebody just fall off the map?
That's Messiah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think we like this map very much.
Game sounds are drowning in your voices. Gotcha.
I can say whenever we were looking at them holding that bathroom point, I like what blue team did as they were playing farther back positions, but left one person in that would keep tallying up the score for them, and then they would converse in if need be.
That just seems to be something that I think they're also just quicker on the draw too. There's a lot of like good moments from Bellevue, like they're aiming in pretty early and getting shots off, but they're not actually able to shoot as quick as RMU. They've been really a lot faster than that.
They've been losing the gunfights. So 1v1s, we're seeing a lot of lost 1v1s, and that's not good overall. Can't give two either.
Yeah, the only good thing here is that was almost a really good hold, but I think that might actually do it for this round. 5 more seconds to go. I think that's a really good entry right there. A good old team kill just to finish it off. The first 100 points for both teams were actually pretty even. It just got off to like the middle game there. RMU had a really strong position and held on to it.
think once RMU caught the tempo of Bellevue, they really stapled in on what they were going to do for the rest of the game on that.
Absolutely. I think part of it is the rotations as well. I think Bellevue did a pretty good job with the rotations early, especially because whenever they were kind of trading leads back and forth, it was a lot of Bellevue getting the early points and middle points, and then RMU picking up the secondary, the kind of scraps. But as both teams approached 100 and into the mid 100s, that definitely changed. I think RMU switched up their strategy, and they were definitely just better at re-entering and having everybody on their team go in at once and pick out a specific spot. And they were just winning those trades. That's really what it's all about. If you can't get a kill on defense, then you really can't hope to hold on to a point.
One point I do want to bring up, though, guys, is I don't know if you guys noticed the scoreboard there at the end. I definitely saw it. It wasn't really that far off. I mean, they looked kind of similar. Yes, I know at the end of the day, RMU did end up securing more kills, but it wasn't that far off. So what does that tell you? How are we utilizing our time? How are we rotating? You know, those team dynamics. Hopefully, you know, and that's the thing. They get a little bit of break here. We're gonna see maybe potentially coach come in and kind of giving them that sauce there. You know, talking about those rotations and all that good stuff. So hopefully we'll see a little bit more of adaptation out of Bellevue University, and we'll see a win. But I mean, overall, I don't think it was horrible. Just like you were saying, I mean, it started off quite even, and then yes, I know RMU was able to find that key or that kind of chink in that armor that they needed, and they ended up winning. Tells me that with some adaptations, Bellevue University could potentially bring it back. So, but in order for that to happen, what do you guys think that, you know, overall the game plan needs to be going into this game number 2? Because I believe Search and Destroy maybe is next. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I can't remember overall the match order either. But
let's hear from that boy Ace. Let's hear from Ace go first.
I think overall, if they just play a heavier team-based game, if they play Search and Destroy next, I think that'll help them secure the win the most.
Yeah, the thing about Hardpoint is that it's very fast-paced, and sometimes it's hard to get into a rhythm, especially if you keep getting if you die twice in a row. That's going to be really tough. Not necessarily on the mental in that moment, but it's just going to be difficult to get out of that little. Out of that rut that you get into once you get killed a couple times back to back. Search and Destroy, obviously it's just a one life game mode, so that could be to our benefit, that could be to our disadvantage, but whatever the case, I think this is going to be a nice change of pace to help the team get back on track.
You know, I think I am hearing confirmation from production that Search and Destroy is next. Search and Destroy is next. I don't know what you guys think about that game mode compared to Hardpoint, but I just think that Hardpoint might be a little bit more manageable. You know, you can make a little bit more errors in Hardpoint and potentially bring it back and do well. But when it comes to Search and Destroy, every move counts, every rotation counts, every kill counts. So, I mean, the whole dynamic or the whole just thought process behind that has to be completely different. What's it have to be?
And if you're on defense, you got to know which points that you want to hold and what from what angles. You have to know how to get there quick. And then once your team realizes where the bomb's going or what the other team's plan is, then you have to be able to rotate as quick as possible without causing any issues. So I think that's going to be important on defense. And on offense, it's just everybody all having the same idea of what they want to do and where they want to go, and just executing that plan. If you can't figure out early which way you want to go and what route you want to take to that point, then it's going to be really tough just kind of going with it on the fly.
I think Hardpoint as well. I think it has a lot of momentum base too. A really momentum heavy game. Once you get rolling, you feel like you're the king of the world. You can do anything. So it's harder to shut those people down once they get rolling.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when I was playing a couple of years ago. It's like you get on point basically as soon as it pops, maybe even a couple seconds before. Even if the other team's getting like the last 10, 15 seconds on the previous point, it doesn't really matter if you got 2-3 guys already set up on next point in the corners holding angles. And so once you get on that groove, like a couple years ago, me and Kobe and a couple others, like Hardpoint was definitely one of our favorites just because how it is fast paced and it can be a struggle to
Yep.
figure out that rhythm. But once you get it down, so long as you're hitting your shots, it's going to be really difficult to lose those battles.
Ooh, we're gonna see how it goes. One thing that we definitely need to see though, this next game, we saw a little bit lacking that last game. We got to hit those shots. Those shots are gonna be very important, especially in this game mode, because once you're done, you're done. If they're able to get a couple of kills here at the beginning, they're gonna be able to go ahead and create an advantage state, right, where they're gonna have just those numbers in their favor. So if they're able to pick some off, it's gonna be good. But you don't want the opposite to happen, where you're dying early. You don't have that backup. So search and destroy is just a different beast. But we're gonna see a good game, hopefully, here.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely from what we saw, like that last half of that first round was when we were hitting our shots, we were just second to the draw. Like we were the second person shooting in that gunfight. And then when we were missing our shots, I mean, it kind of didn't matter if you're first or last there. If you're not hitting your shots, you're just not putting damage and you're not getting the kills. So it's kind of like twofold. You have to hit those shots, but you also just have to be a little bit quicker and make sure you're tracking really well.
Yep, I'm hearing right now, production's telling me match is about to begin. They're just giving the final R here. The R salutes, letting us know if they're ready or not. And then we're going to go ahead and hop right into this game. I wonder what I don't think we can see the map. What's
You know what map we're on?
No, that's a good question here.
I think a map plays a really good part in the search and destroy too. The placement of the bombs. You know, really having an idea how you want to play around that.
I want to say Bellevue picks map 2. I want to say that map 1 was RMU's choice. So
maybe I feel like it just looked like from. I mean, 2 people falling off the map that game, if not more. Like, it just seemed like a little, like, not to throw shade, but seemed like a little bit of uncomfortability or unfamiliarity with the map. So I feel like that might have been to RMU's benefit there. But if we're picking map here, it's going to be one that we do prefer, we do like, compared to the rest. And I'm feeling pretty good. I think we're going to do a good job on this game.
You know, that's kind of crazy. I totally forgot about that, but bringing that up, those clips are definitely going to make that athletic banquet video.
I hope they don't. We don't need to see those. Hopefully, we see a couple actual clip-worthy.
We did last year, so maybe it's the time to, imagine the clip section of esports opening up with "Oh help me" falling off the map. I'm just saying.
Goodness gracious. That is weird though. Why would you have a hot tub right by the edge of a cliff? Like, I get infinity pools are a thing, but that's absurd.
Anyway, we're going right into it. Here we go. CDL search and destroy vault. We are going to vault. This map is there's some good memories.
Close quarters.
There's some good memories on this map, man. Oh man. I will say though, I have seen Bellevue University play this map quite a bit when it comes to like scrims or practices or things like that. I've seen them have some good matches in that sense, so maybe we'll see something good here. But here we go.
Yeah, let's hope so. All right, so BU here on the defense to start. Getting out there. I don't really know. I don't know if Scameron wasn't looking to the right side, but he had more than enough time to look at that. Zage going down too. And, oh my goodness gracious. All right, there we go. Can he pull off the ace?
This is going to be quite hard. They need to move quick, though, because either
He can pick his ones right here.
The thing
But
is,
yeah,
if
he's
he
got
goes
two
on
people.
point, if he goes on point, then he's going to have a really rough time. Oh, he needs to turn around now. Oh, so lucky.
Right up against him.
Oh,
Really unlucky concussion grenade. That was actually the best possible time he could have entered that point. He had a really good opportunity there, but that concussion grenade from the other side just wouldn't let him turn and get the shots on. Really unfortunate.
I gotta say,
I think if he wasn't stunned, I think he actually pulls that off.
I gotta say though, that was pretty good there at the end. I think Bellevue right there needs to slow it down a little bit. We need to check every single corner. Once again, one life to live, brother. I mean, we have to go ahead and kind of take it slow and watch every single angle. We got to be expecting them to be setting up.
Yeah, I think Messiah's going to be feeling pretty good off that round. Had the potential for an ace, got a good little 2K. So long as the rest of the team picks up the slack here and does a little bit better, I think we'll be good.
Oh, they know.
Messiah there. Trading.
I think as long as they get in, get that close quarters bomb site down, and they'll, their SMG players will have a bigger advantage than when they were trying to fight those long angles.
Oh my.
Sage got peeked, and then Scammern goes down. Messiah still pulling it out. Getting the defuse right now, they're a little over halfway. Oh. Messiah knows now. It's not going to do much. That was really good defense there from RMU, protecting the defuser. Because at that point, too, I mean, you're that deep into the defuse. If your defender goes down, you just kind of have to keep pushing and hoping to finish it off before you can get thirsty. So, good job from RMU holding that angle, and Messiah really didn't have much of a chance there. That's a really tough area to go down into.
I mean, you either try to find another path, right, Ace? You either try to find another path from behind, or you go in as quickly as possible before they defuse. What do you choose there, Ace?
I think better overall the better path. The path that they would be least expecting you to come from. They know you just shot at someone outside. So if you have enough time to rotate around, I think that's a phenomenal choice.
Ooh, my goodness. Messiah goes down early on the staircase.
These early kills. This is exactly what I was talking about before this game started. I mean, search and destroy. You're able to get a kill or two at the beginning. You're going to put your team in a very good position.
Mistake me if I'm wrong, but once someone starts defusing, the timer on the defuse does not go down. Like if you stop at 4 seconds left to defuse, you still have 4 seconds.
I think you have to reset, but I'm not sure. From past Call of Duties. Nice drag shot. From past Call of Duties, it does reset each time, so you have to hold it. You have to stick it the whole way.
Ooh, man, not.
Oof. Had a good chance there, just didn't know that the opponent was right there. Almost had a good turn too, but
I think
not quite.
He had them surrounded regardless.
Oh, yup. Yup.
Yeah, they're playing very good with pinching people, playing their numbers, playing their advantage.
All right, so halfway through for RMU. Let's see what Bellevue can cook up here.
Hey, the mental fortitude has to be there. I understand sometimes you look at that score, you're like, oh my God, 3-0. But we've definitely seen the comeback before. We've seen it happen time and time again. So that mental fortitude has to be there. Let's see what Bellevue University can do here. Get shot from behind. Will help me plant in. Nope. What's going on?
Stops the plant.
What's going on?
He's holding.
Maybe a grenade close to point had him worried because he was shot a little bit from the backside going into that point.
Okay.
So, but this is a really good 3v1 for Bellevue. Have the good chance to hold around here. Help me getting drilled by Neon.
Is that the
Scammern holding point. This is about to be it here. Yeah. I mean, that's the tough part about going into a point like that. Even if it's a 1v1, you just have to pick which side you're gonna look first. And if it's the wrong angle, then you
lose.
Almost
it's a gamble, man. It's like opening up a Pokemon pack. You never know what you're gonna find.
Life is like a box of chocolates. All right, well, that's a good job picking up the first round for Bellevue here. Going to be on defense this time. See how they go about it. Defense has not been their strong suit so far. They have been able to plant most every time they've been on offense. But they need to figure out how to get to these choke points a little bit sooner and not get caught out.
Why out in the open?
Whatever the case, if he wasn't getting killed by the guy on the balcony, he was probably going to get killed by that guy out wide. So just need to figure out where they want to go and get there quicker.
I just think they didn't expect them to run all the way out to B, have a 4-man peek B.
This doesn't look like Cameron. I think he's going to get finishered. Oh, okay. I thought somebody else was following someone. Whatever the case. 2v4.
Right now they're just burning through their time trying to figure out how to make it through.
Rolling as a unit is the right way to go.
Somebody
holding up point in this corner.
we can't share them with you, but I can give you guys some insight. I can listen into their comms. Their rationales here is we got to rotate from behind now because they're already set up outside the doors.
Right, yeah, I mean, they're holding this point from every possible angle. There's just no way you can get in on a 2v4. Maybe, like, beforehand, if they could have communicated, I'm going to go from the absolute outside on this angle, and then you go from the absolute outside on that, and they could have maybe crossfired. Like, it's so hard, especially on that point, because that's so close to the edge of the map there. Really not much you can do.
So it's 4-1 here. RMU 2 away from securing this second match. But once again, I mean, we've seen it happen time and time again. In Call of Duty, multiple other games, the comeback is always real. As long as you have that mental fortitude. Let's see what Bellevue University can do here. They are now escorting that bomb in.
And Messiah's learned his lesson. A little bit of head peeking from Neon and Messiah. Scammerin getting a kill on Mr. Mixtape. Very good job going down to all reliable for the A plant here.
A really great opening to plan on A.
Oh, B. It's going to be a B plant.
Let's see if they can get that same setup that the enemy team had on them last time.
Yeah, it looks like that's what they're going to be aiming for, but it is taking a second for, I think, the last BU man to get the rotation. Nah, it looks like... Okay, so he's going to be holding Vault instead of everybody outside. That's an interesting choice.
I think he's holding for a rotate.
Well,
Even then, if they call...
Messiah getting the kill on Neon. Now it's a 4v2 in favor of BU. Messiah goes down.
Ooh.
They're doing a good job holding here. There it is. That's all it takes. Very good. That was a little bit less proactive of a hold from BU as RMU had just a second ago, because RMU, when they were on this point, basically everybody was outside or holding some form of long-range view of each other. So like they were all able to hold angles that benefited each other as a team on defense. Bellevue there, it was a little bit different. It was more, I'll kind of be like the secondary backup in case this guy does step out too far and you get picked off. I'll be the guy that, like, he's not going to expect me here. I'll get him back for you. A little bit less proactive, but it still worked out in this scenario.
Okay, now they are defending here.
Oh, what a good turn from Zage.
Nice.
Oh, but Zage gets traded out. But he gets traded. The trade of the trade.
Yeah, you'll take it, especially with that really solid entry frag. You'll take the trade every time. This is looking really good. If another person puts pressure inside that vault right now, kill. Almost. That would have been the round for BU. It would have been a very close game here. But now we're looking at a 5-2 lead for RMU. This is starting to get down to the wire here.
I don't know about you guys. I did not like that. I did not like that breach. I didn't like it. I think
that execution.
Yeah, they didn't time it correctly. I think, you know, Noah mentioned it. He was like, you know, if they have another person in there, you know, going in, they're going to be able to get that. But what happened to me, it felt like they were going in a little bit at a time. I mean, we saw Cam go in there, throw a grenade, get shot up, ended up dying, and then we saw another person run in, then stuck somebody, yes, ended up dying, and then the other person was waiting out the door, wasn't able to secure that kill. I don't know. I think the execution could have been a little bit cleaner.
Yeah, most definitely. Execution could have been cleaner. They just started filtering in right there, kind of like we talked about on hardpoint last match. It's just filtering in at one time. If you have an advantage of 3v, or even if it's an even fight, 3v3, you don't want to all be going in from the same point almost ever. Typically, you maybe want to have like an even amount of people going in from the angle that they're holding.
No.
Well,
that's it.
That's looks like it's going to be clean. RMU isn't going to get the defuse just yet. We might see another team kill. No, I don't think so.
I think just the pure thought of them being in that tiny little room, not having a trophy system around, really, whenever there was 4 of them still alive, wasn't necessarily the best play. Just thinking about all the utility they still have that they can throw in there.
Right, let's look at this scoreboard here. Struggle.
Me and Zage not having the best game there, but it's to be expected. I mean, it's a it's a slower paced game,
Mm-hmm.
at least at the beginning, and you're taking all those breaks in between rounds. But once action gets going, it's I mean, it's do or die, literally.
I will say, and you guys can agree or disagree, I will say that I felt like the rounds that Bellevue did win, and they almost won a third one, to be completely honest, but the rounds that they did win, I felt like they were pretty clean.
I'd say so too, yeah. All right. Well, this next fight looks like it's going to be make or break for BU. What's the game mode we got going on?
I believe it's control, is it not?
Control. That's what it is.
That is true. That is 100% facts. It is control up next, a different beast. But I want to say, look, when looking at all the game modes that we're looking at currently on the table, I feel like search and destroy is the hardest. That's just me. That's just my opinion. Control might be just give them a little bit more wiggle room to make something happen. So we'll see how that works out. If they're able to clutch up one more game, you know, this next game they're gonna force another one, and there's a potential, but they have to just calm down. I think the communication has to be there, and they got to go ahead and work as a team. Like I said, the instances where we did see them do that, they were looking good. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning on in. For those individuals that are here and watching tonight, you are watching NACE Spring 2024 Call of Duty Week 1, Match 1. Bellevue University versus Robert Morris University.
Is that a Squid Games character?
I think it is.
It is, yeah.
Protocol. Protocol control. It is control on protocol. That's what we're going with. Once again, for those of you guys tuning on in, if something happens, one or two things are going to happen this next game. Number one, Bellevue University, they're going to end up winning a match. That's going to force another game. We're going to see some more Call of Duty action. The next thing that can happen, Bellevue University could drop another match, and that will do it. Robert Morris University will go ahead and take the win tonight. But we already know what's going to happen, right? Bellevue University is going to wake up. They're going to put it together. They're going to work as a team. They're going to bring us back and at least force one more match. Believe it. I don't know where I heard that from, but some wise individual one day told me, believe it.
Yeah, I have faith. I mean, Control, I think, is one of our preferred game modes. I don't. There are very few teams I think that thoroughly enjoy playing Search and Destroy, but when it comes to Hardpoint and Control, like those are definitely the fun, like get out there and show what you can do type game modes. I think we're gonna have a good. I think we're gonna have a good round here.
I think I have no idea how control works. And you got the rundown on it for me?
So, so Control, I think it's 20 lives basically per team. So I mean, you're respawning after you get killed, but there's up to 20 reinforcements basically, and it's kind of like capture the point, two point captures. So if you're on defense, you're trying to basically either run out the clock or kill the other team completely and get them eliminated before they can capture both points. If one point gets captured, I think that adds like another 40 seconds, a minute to the clock in the game. And if both points get captured, then the attacking team wins that round. So if either team gets fully eliminated, then that's also a loss. So I feel like Control is, especially on defense, can be one of those really fun games because if you hold a point right, it's kind of tough to get taken out. If you hold the right corners and you're making sure you're holding the right angles, then it's really difficult for the other team to get in and win a gunfight.
That game mode does sound pretty defender sided.
Yeah,
From
most
what I'm understanding from it.
It's going to be good. We're going to see a good match here. Helping Bellevue University able to clutch through, win this control, and push into match number 4. I think they're getting ready to start here.
Is match number 4 just a reset of all the other game modes we've seen previous?
I believe so.
Or is it a whole different game mode entirely?
I believe it just rotates back through.
Yeah, it goes back to hard point, and then if it goes to a game 5, it's search and destroy as well. Only reason I know is because we somehow pulled out a reverse sweep against one school a couple of years ago. Search and destroy was the final game mode. I was not happy.
I honestly believe Search and Destroy is probably my favorite game mode to play in Call of Duty.
I can't. I hate one life only. It's like it's different. I'll play like Counter-Strike. I mean, because that's just like a completely different game anyway. So like I'm cool with that in like Counter-Strike, but in Call of Duty I hate just the one and dones. I want to get back in there after I lose a gunfight. I want to start shooting up again, but can't always get what you want. All right, so we're going to be the defending side on this opening round. Scammering with a new skin. Let's see if it helps him out. And also how it works is each point has essentially 3 segments. So when you get 1/3, it doesn't go all the way back down. It goes back to that 1/3. So if you don't get everything in one single go, and you get killed before you get that final slot, it'll just go back down to 2/3 of the way finished.
So we're basically watching team deathmatch.
With just a little bit extra strategy. And it's 30 lives, not 20 like I initially thought. What a kill there from Mav. I mean, I got to hand it to him. That was a really good angle, and he just pulled a couple shots, and that's all it took to get that kill.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
Those are some
I
good
can't believe
headshots. I don't know, brother. I feel like in another world that kills.
Scammer with a really nice 2K there. Yeah, help me was just kind of out. Oh, that's a good fight. Don't know how he's still alive. If he gets one more bullet on him, he's probably dead.
Oh!
Oh,
he came
what
back!
a good
Well, he ends up
turn!
taking the second gunfight.
Let's see here. Oop. So they did fully capture A. B.
Did he not see that guy?
I guess not. I guess he turned away at the worst possible time. Todd timing, like they say. Messiah losing that fight. That's a rough one to lose. RMU on B site, starting to secure point. That's a good 2K on point there. And then Chad getting Scammering as he tries to get close. B 1/3 of the way done. Messiah going in here. That's a trade, not necessarily. Most of the damage was done by Messiah, or whoever went in there, and then a team kill to finish it off. But yeah, not looking too great for Bellevue. 4 lives behind. They're starting to clear down to 2/3. Doesn't know exactly where he's going to shoot from. Has an idea. Holding that angle. He sees a couple heads but can't shoot. Messiah sliding around wherever he can. That's a bold move from Messiah. Not a big fan of that. And then Zayd is taken out as well.
Oh,
and that's a team wipe right there. That's probably going to be the point. More people they have on point, the faster it goes down. And there it is. Yep. I don't know if I like the choice from Messiah there going up to contest whoever was up on top. I feel like that was potentially the catalyst. Oh my gosh, look at that snap in the kill cam. Wow.
finding some answers here, but I feel, you know, just looking at both teams, Robert Morris University definitely working like a well-oiled machine. You could tell the school has, you know, competed together before, and they're doing well, really good. I think Bellevue University still has the potential to definitely win this. I mean, we keep seeing sparks, we keep seeing good plays, and no capitalization. So hopefully we'll see some here. Woo!
Yeah, potentially Messiah and Scammer getting some good kills there. If you keep holding this angle, don't look away. You'll see some.
Two of them, though.
Ooh.
Two of them, though.
Yeah, it can be tough when you're holding a specific line and then somebody just comes in either above or below it, and you gotta try to fix that aim. Really tough. But we are starting to get some points here. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of action on A site.
They need some control here.
They got to pick a point and go to. They got to really take advantage of. That's tough. That's a fight you got to win. But they got to take advantage of the picks that they do get. You got to go in all at once. You can't keep leaking in, which is just something that keeps going on. They have a 9-10 live advantage, back to 9. This is not looking good for BU.
Oh man,
You're down to your last 10 lives for the team. You got to stick together and you got to pick a point. Mav spending probably 3 bullets on each person and getting 2 kills. That is nasty. Just 20 seconds left.
4.
Yeah, Messiah really can't just find an angle. Good grenade. Peek from another side. Yeah.
To that well-oiled machine that you were talking about.
They're just able. They're able to rotate in. The rotations are phenomenal. We're seeing it time and time again. I can only imagine the comms coming out. I mean, that's the thing, and we're seeing that from Bellevue. We're mentioning it time and time again. We're seeing just where's the teamwork? I mean, wait at spawn or wait close to spawn. Let's go together. Let's set up together. What's going on is Robert Morris University is moving together. If one goes in and they spot somebody, they call that out. So they go ahead and engage. They might play to kill, or they might play to buy some time in order for one of their players to rotate in and secure that kill, making it a lot safer for them. I mean, we're seeing the rotations. I mean, it's great. I mean, if you see one of our players engaging one of their players, we already know in the next 5 seconds one of a different player from Robert Morris is going to come up from the side or the flank or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know how neither of those kills would happen, but it's an even 2 for 2 trade. Now 3, Zage getting picked off with the pistol. And the Messiah picking up that trade.
The slowdown needs to happen.
Yeah, we're on defense again, so this is going to be a... We did a pretty solid job at the beginning of the defense round last time.
Knife him.
Yeah, I got lucky. Didn't get knifed, but then the follow-up trade didn't work out in our favor. Yeah, it's death. Nah. Just COD timing. That's horrible.
Yeah, it could have been a kill there.
Oh my goodness. Zage getting beat down by Mr. Mixtape. I feel like there's just a lot of second guessing going on. That was a good entry frag there from Messiah. They know almost exactly where we're at all the time.
Oh my gosh.
And then this. Yep. That's unfortunate.
That is very unfortunate. I mean, these call-outs or these spots that both of these teams continue to hold, they're just typical hold spots, so they're going to be able to time and time again. I mean, we saw Cam coming from behind in that hallway. They were able to secure quite a bit of kills. Woo! There it is.
Got that kill. That's a good one. They weren't able to secure a section there, but wasn't able to fully clear it either. Cameron, well done. I feel like part of it is as well, after they get a frag, they're too quick to just move on instead of waiting for one more person to potentially pull up. If you just give yourself a second to see where somebody could potentially be coming from after a gunfight, instead of just kill and then drop the gun and then move, at least you give yourself a chance of fighting another day. But
Yeah, and you know, most of these teams are going to be good with call-outs, so you got to expect someone to rotate in or someone to know exactly where you are.
yeah, like you said just a little bit ago, their call-outs and rotations have been on point. There's not many times where an RMU player gets killed and somebody's not there to get the revenge in about 2 seconds. And that's going to be it.
That's going to be it. We're going to see a match close out, or a set close out at 3-0 in favor of Robert Morris University. Sad day for BU, but once again, week 1, right? Week 1.
Yeah,
Hopefully we're going to see some growth, some adaptations. We're going to see some more you know, practice coming on in. They'll manage. We'll see a stronger team next week, right?
Yeah, I mean, first week jitters might be it as well.
But yeah, that's going to be it for us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for tuning on in. I will go ahead and let Enyo and Ace tell you guys goodbye.
Awesome. There's some great matches. I hope to see you all next week.
Yeah, likewise. Feel like we definitely have some room to improve, but there were also some good showings too. So we definitely can come back stronger next week.
100%. Thank you so much. Shout out to Enyo and Ace for being in here and commentating with us. Hopefully we'll see them back here next week or whenever they are able to commentate, because it is always a blast having individuals involved in this. So once again, thank you guys so much for supporting Bellevue University Esports. We will see you guys tomorrow for Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, and then we will be back next Wednesday for some more Call of Duty. Thank you guys so much.